Alright, so hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back on new tutorial. So first let me show you what we are going to create today. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this preview. So basically in this tutorial we are going to integrate Element 3D and the VC new plugin called Orb, and we will work on both, and I will show you some of my technique to something like this one. So if you are new, I will consider subscribe my channel because we are providing you a lot of free tutorials which is basically related to After Effects and Element 3D. And one more and the big announcement is my home is almost near the public road, so I cannot stop noise because I don't have any other place where I can put my all the systems and start recording there without. So whenever traffic comes, I stop saying something or stopped working, so as much I can do I am doing. So sorry if you heard with this noise. Anyway, so let's get started the tutorial with this intro. Alright, so let me make a new composition. I already recording this tutorial with 3 times just because of my recording software. I got some problems, that's why I recording 3rd time. So let's see how long we can go. So we created a new comp with Element 3D. Just create a new solid. Apply VC or here. And by the way, if you don't know what is the VC Orb, it is a free plugin to creating a space scene, something like this you can see on my screen. So it's a free, 100% free. You can download it from videocopilot.net. Let's open it. And for the textures, I will provide links to download it. So simply here is some of the textures, just like star, cloud, earth, and glossy. All these textures in a 4K. So here is the earth. So I just put in a new comp and make something like the earth comp right here. So I already did this. So let me import with the pre comp earth, glossy, and the illumination, right? Hide this, go to the VC or go to the maps, and if you want to see the detailed tutorial about the VC Orb, so you can check out the Video Copilot tutorial. There he explained everything on the VC Orb plugin. So let's import the diffuse in a diffuse, like the earth, glossy in the glossy folder, and the illumination in the illumination folder, and the bump map we choose the glossy texture, right? So you can see it right here. We can do some of the adjustment here, just like if we want a bump little bit down like this, so we can do it, right? All of you can just work here, see here, like all of if you want. So let's leave it here. And the diffuse, if you want to make it more like this or something like more bluish like this one, you can make it. So this looks good for me now, and the glossiness we can make it like this. So here is some of the brightness and the gamma settings, so you can play to improve your texture. Otherwise you can directly go inside any texture. Let me show you what I mean. Let's just lock this composition here and just double click on the earth and make it here. So you can directly come over here and make any changes, like if I want a red planet like this, it will update here. You can see if you want any displacement, just like a fractal noise, you want to blend with. You can see how this is coming, and you can make a born planet, something like that, right? Yes, this one is also here. Alright, so here is the element 3D folder, main comp, right? So all good, right? Moving on the next step is creating a light. So go to the new light, and I'm going to create a point light, right? In this case, I'm going to point light, and the color should be something around the blue, light cyan, something around there, and of the cost shadow, hit OK. Right? One more thing, you can just come over the VC or plugin and make the position in a very far away, something around 15,000, and make the radius big, something like this, and you can change the light position also in a G direction. Control S to save your project. Go to the VC orb, right? And here is the option called Illumination. So we input the illumination here, right? I mean this one, right? You can see. Go to the VC or plugin and change the illumination to something around 4, right? So you can see it's working, but we have to fix something just like this area and something around there. So go to the illumination option. So here is the Fresnel. So Fresnel is actually creating a black matte type effect inside the middle. So if you want, you can just increase this something. Fresnel bass is also something like that. So I am adjusting some of my settings. You can see fall off from light to the dark, right? So let's leave it here, and you can also with the bump influence. So I'm happy with this result. Control S to save your project, and anytime you can just increase the illumination to make it more pop of the illumination section. And also you can go with the illumination gamma and the brightness to make it brighter, like this one you can see. But here you can see to make it a -1, because we don't want to make lights in a sun area, something like that, sun area or light area, right? Control S to save your project. Alright, so moving on the next step, and let's control D, duplicate and make an environment of this above. For the environment, so make everything in a none. Illumination I'm going to choose to 2, and diffuse I'm going to choose 0, glossiness 0, and the specularity is 0. Just make it like this, and just down it a little bit. So looks good. Increase this little bit. Alright, so looks good for now. We can work on this also later. Go to the first VC orb again and go to the advanced option and just feather it a little bit, like just like a 0.2. Just feather out the edges, so like make it more good, right? So So looks perfect. Control S to save it. Make a new solid, and this is gonna be our element 3D. I'll just rename it to the E3D and make the comp size it okay. And make sure this both things are also gonna be comp size. Alright. Perfect. Control S to save it. Go to the element 3D layer and just apply a element 3D. Go to the scene setup, and here is a gate. I just make this gate using motion design 2 models like beams. You can see beams, some of pistons, something like that. Alright, so make a gallery. So you can see definitely you can create it with motion design 2. I just make all things in a group and symmetry it. You can see I model this, I just make this one and I just symmetry it like this. You can see. And let's go this one, not this one. If you select this one, if you will select this one and just input any model, this gonna be inside the model. So I don't want, just because this group is a symmetry. So select this one and go to the and choose this one. Rotate it and scale it. If you want to make the scale according your direction, so go to the scale and just unlock it and make it according your choice, like this. So make it like gallery. Select this one, press Ctrl and select this one and just make it like this. Create a new plane. Make sure this is two-sided plane just because to see in a viewport. And scale the size according to your choice, your scene demand. Adjust the position. Metal option and apply a material onto the wall. Select the seamless backdrop, go to the UV mapping and change it to the box repeat and apply 4x4. Select the plane material, plane model and apply I did not show you all the stuff for creating the dot just because it will take a long time to make it, but I just show you the idea. You can definitely go with that. Go to the camera and create a new camera. 20 millimeter, we can choose to the 24 or something like that. Adjust your scene, right? Make the VC orb in a right position. So we did a mistake because first we have to adjust the first one, then we should get the second one like this one. But it's okay. We can just copy and paste the same position of this one. And just rotate it. And same animation keyframes for our first one also. Select the first one, add X, Y and Z, go to the very end of the video and just copy this position -1 to 126, 32, and I think your scene is enough good. You can change the animation of our planet model also, but we are good to go. Now let's adjust the Element 3D parameters, some of my settings. Go to the render settings and go to the physical environment. Just enable the light influence to something around 80. Go again the scene setup to fix this area. So the scene setup in this backdrops and increase the gamma value to make it more black. Go to the shadow, enable shadow. Go to the light, double click on the light properties and just click on the cast shadow. And here is the shadow diffusion is set to the 15. You can just, if you want hard shadow, you can just put it 0, otherwise you can just increase 50. Let me show you. Put the element 3D shadow, red trace shadow. You can see this is the hard red trace shadow, but if you want softer shadow, you can increase it to something like 5 or increase a little bit according to your choice. You can see how the softer, but it will kill your CPU or CPU. So let's bring with the 15 or something around 25. Hit OK. Control S. Save it. Start and end it like this. You can see. Go to the element 3D, go to the physical environment and go to the rotate environment, and you can just rotate the environment something like this to make scene a little bit good. Go to the ambient occlusion, enable it. Here is a red trace, you can also enable it, but in this case I don't want to enable it just because I want a very dark room. So I will increase this one. You can see, looks good to me. You can change the light color also, this one, right? So let's create a new solid. Search our optical flare, go to the options and then remove everything and click on this one, light glow, and just go to the position mode, source tab to the track light, and just behind the element 3D solo this layer and increase this, right? Make the render mode to the transparent. Control S to save it. For matching our element 3D scene, we have also add a color effect like tint and make the scene like this. Control S to save. We also have to make a field of stars. So I have a texture of 8K stars. Just put it here and let's make a new solid. Call this star and solo this. Go to the effect and control and search. Search DC, or I change the surface to the back and go to the maps and go to the illumination section and change to 8K stars. Nothing happening just because of you have to increase the value of illumination. So put 4. So you can see this way, this is here. So let's increase the radius like this. Change the diffuse to 0. Glossiness is also 0 and the specularity also 0. You can make them in a 0 space also and increase the radius. You can see. Unsolo this and now you can see looks perfect without and with. And if you want, we can just add a little bit of blur to the stars. So select the star and apply a fast blur and just add a 0.2 or just 0.01 before and after, just a bit, right? So our scene is almost ready to render, just few of the steps. If you want to make another planet, you can just put them before this one, right? So let's make another planet. if you want to change your scene mood, you can just go to the adjustment layer and apply a tint effect and change to the black area, something around the very dark, or something around which looks perfect to you, and just down it to something around here. I'm just doing it, right? So looks good, and you can also play whatever you want. So this is it for now. Let's take a small preview with a half resolution. Alright, so you can see, and if you think the earth animation is fast, you can just go and slow down it, right? The tutorial is finished, and I hope you like the tutorial, and you can also add something in lights and something inside the element 3D also, and you can just play the idea of what I share here. So I hope you like the tutorial, and if you learned something from the tutorial, and just press the like button and press the subscribe button also. Thanks for watching my video, thanks for loving me, thanks for supporting me. I am NPS3D, and we will see you next time with a great tutorial, and the tutorial is coming up next. This is it for now.